Afternoon, grade 7 learners. Welcome to another lesson. This afternoon, we're having an English lesson and we're looking at letters. We're going to look at two types of letters briefly. All right, the first letter that we're going to talk about, it is the informal letter. This one, usually we write it to our families, to our friends, all right, and we call it an informal letter. And we also have got formal letters. These are the ones that we're going to quickly focus on, the formal letter, all right? All right, sometimes it is also called a business letter. Usually when we write formal letters, we write them when we're applying for jobs. And sometimes we can also be making a complaint. It can be a complaint to a company about a product maybe which we have bought, or we're also thanking them for a service which they have provided. So it is called a formal letter. And sometimes we can also write formal letters when we are seeking places at schools. There are some schools where you find if you are looking for a place for Form 1, they might request that you write a formal letter. So we should be aware and we should know how we should tackle a formal letter. There are some things that we should consider when we are writing a formal letter. And one of the most important things about a formal letter, it is the addresses. How do we write our addresses on a formal letter? All right. The first thing that we should observe when we're writing our address on a formal letter is that there should be two addresses. All right. I'm going to show you some samples here of how you can write your addresses on a formal letter. Sometimes you can have our address, right? This should be your own address and you can use the school address. And this one should be right at the corner of, it should be at the right hand side of your page. Make sure that you always use a clean page, nothing written on, and you start right there at the right hand of the corner, and that's where you can write your addresses. Right, so this one is your own address, and on the left hand side we can also have the address of the place where you are applying to. It can be a supermarket, it can be a school if you are applying for a place. All right, so this is the way that you can write your address on a formal letter. All right, and I'm going to show you another sample again of how you can lay out your addresses on a formal letter. We can have all our addresses on the left hand side. You can use your school address just like in the previous one. You can use your school address and make sure that still on the same left hand side you've got the address. So this one I've written is to a supermarket. So there is the address there for my supermarket. So you can use any of these two formats to write your business address. So let's make sure that as we write our formal letters, we should take care how we write our addresses, and it must always have two addresses. That is one of the major differences between a formal letter and an informal letter. The formal one must always have two addresses, and the informal one has got one address. All right, so for this afternoon, I am going to leave you with some homework. You are going to write a formal letter. All right, you're going to write a formal letter to a supermarket of your own choice. And you're going to write a complaint to the supermarket about a loaf of bread that you've bought. I know you like bread, so sometimes you might find that there was something which you did not like. So you're going to write it politely to the manager of the supermarket of your own choice. All right. So for now, I am going to leave you without homework, and make sure that you check your classroom Google. There's some homework which I'm going to upload for you again concerning formal letters. So for now, bye-bye. Hope to see you again tomorrow when we have another lesson. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.